Hello everyone. Today I'm bringing you an interview with one of World War II's most prolific players. Yes, this is the man we've all heard stories about, the angel of death, the crazy doctor from Auschwitz who performed experiments on twins, all in the name of science. Josef Mengele.
That's Dr. Mengele to you, woman.
So, Mr. Mengele, how are you today?
I'm tired. It took quite a while to get here from Bavaria.
Oh wow, I bet it did. Could you explain why you chose to go underground in Bavaria, Germany?
Well, that's quite a story. At the end of January, we got word that Auschwitz was to be liberated. Then we were transferred to Rosen, which was soon liberated as well. I fled from there, and some crazy men took me as a prisoner of war. Thankfully, I took the identity of another doctor and was released that August. From there, I went underground in Bavaria, a German state I grew up in, pretending to be a stableman on a farm.
That is quite a story, Mr. Mengele. You are obviously a very organized person. This must have helped in your work at Auschwitz.
Of course it did. I am the best doctor this world has ever seen.
Well, you certainly believe that. You seem to be a busy man, so why did you choose to make the trip here from Bavaria?
To be honest, I only came here from Bavaria because I was informed that you knew some identical twins I can continue my research with.
Sorry, I don't know any. We're in short supply of them here at HC. Although, strangely enough, there is someone who looks slightly similar to you. Anyways, if I may ask, what do you expect to gain from continuing your research? You've gone underground and everyone knows of your work. If you continue to perform these experiments, how can you expect not to be found?
I am very resourceful, you absurd female. Besides, continuing my research is just a means of finding a new job to excel in. You see, this research will allow me to gain my habilitation in medicine and start working as a professor.
Well, I must say, I certainly don't think you'll ever be employed again, especially not around children.
I could almost agree with you on that one.
Some psychologists today feel that if you had chosen a different path, perhaps simply become a waiter, that you wouldn't have done these terrible things. They think you would have simply been known as the creepy guy. How do you feel about this?
What terrible things might these people be referring to? I have done nothing wrong. I think I finally come to realize that there are few people who can begin to comprehend my genius.
Trust me, I'm keeping up with your genius just fine. Now, I've prepared some recordings of survivors and inmate doctors sharing their stories and opinions of you. Would you like to listen?
Of course. Everyone loves me back in Auschwitz.
For us, he was like Mama, like Papa. I recall staring into his eyes, those emotional dead eyes. He never looked people in the eyes. We were never beaten, never even when we caught in such an ultimate sin, such as stealing food. We thought that maybe we had found a safe place, but it was true. The word was out. No one was to physically hurt us.
I hope they thought of me as a father. I was very good to them. I gave them treats, and sometimes I even let their mothers stay with them. But about my supposed dead eyes, I was just focused.
It was an axiom that Mengele is a god. He used to always come with an entourage, very well decked out, very elegant. He always carried around with him an aura of some terrifying threat, which is, I suspect, unexplainable to normal human beings who didn't see this. It was literally impossible to transmit the edge of this terror.
Now you see, this man doesn't know what he's talking about. I didn't act like I was a god. I'm a confident man, and I have reason to be.
The main thing about him was that he totally lacked feeling. He was also very sensitive to bad smells. The doors and windows had to be opened. Clean, clean, clean. He brought the gypsies treats and would invite them for a ride in his car, which turned out to be the gas chamber.
He's a demon. I wish to rid him of his professional status.
Of course I am sensitive to bad smells. Isn't everyone? I must say, I'm a bit surprised that some of my fellow doctors at Auschwitz dislike me so much. Although, I was the best doctor there. They're just jealous.
And as for lacking feeling,
I don't understand what is by me lacking feeling. I'm a very emotional person. Everything I've done was for the greater good.
What do you find good about hurting others?
A few lives here and there won't matter in the end. I am furthering the Aryan race. The goal of my research on twins was to find a way to produce more Aryans by studying the twins' DNA.
I hear you didn't exactly come up with this method of experimentation on your own. You took a great deal of inspiration from Otmar von Verstur, correct?
Absolutely. He's the reason why I started my heritability experiments.
Could you explain why he was such an inspiration to you?
He was my mentor when I was working at the Institute of Heritability, Biology, and Racial Hygiene. He showed me a marvelous way of going about studying genetics through twins. Then I began conducting my own research, and he greatly supported me by writing many letters of recommendation.
You are fascinating, sir. How did you manage to complete these experiments on such a large scale?
I went to selections when the trains brought new groups of prisoners. From there, I searched for twins for my experiments. Even on my off days, I went to search for twins. I was very thorough in my methods. When I myself performed the examinations, I was very proper and methodical. I concentrated on one part of the body at a time. I think I measured the twins' eyes for about 2 hours.
Why was it so important to you to conduct the experiments on identical twins in Auschwitz?
At Auschwitz, there are hundreds of thousands of prisoners, including twins, all at my disposal. The environment at Auschwitz also gave me complete control of the experiments. Do you have a twin?
Excuse me?
I asked, do you have a twin?
You really are disturbed, aren't you?
I thought you already knew that. Besides, disturbed or not, all I did was for science.
I think we're about done here. For a final question, the one on everyone's mind. Do you have any remorse for the horrific acts you've committed?
I guess I have remorse for these unbelievable crimes I committed against these chosen people. That's what a regretful person would say, right?
That'll be all for today, Mr. Mengele. You can leave.
Good day, woman.